Have you ever noticed how just when life was starting to feel good, you find a way to mess it up? Maybe you finally met that person who was amazing and suddenly you started to pick the fight and start to pull away from the relationship. Or you finally begin to see the results with your health and somehow you slip back into your old ways of eating unhealthy and you derail your progress. Or maybe you get that dream opportunity, that dream job or business, but you convince yourself you're not ready. And afterwards, you sit there thinking, why do I keep doing this to myself? That, my friend, is self-sabotage. You see, it's sneaky, it's frustrating, and it's one of the biggest silent block in your happiness and success. But today we're going to get to the root cause of why you do it and how to stop. Because once you know and understand this, you'll stop fighting with yourself and finally start flowing with life instead of against it. You see? Most of you think you're broken, but I'm here to tell you, you're not broken. Self-sabotage isn't proof that you're lazy, unmotivated, or unworthy. It's actually a protective mechanism. Our brains are wired for familiarity, not for happiness. So even if you say you want to change, a deeper part inside you is terrified of it. It's terrified of the unknown because change feels unsafe. Think about it this way. You spent years building a certain identity, a version of you, the version that knows how to survive pain, disappointment, and struggle. That version might not be happy, but she's familiar with her current situation, and your brain thinks familiarity is safe. So when you start stepping towards something bigger, like love, success, or joy, peace, your subconscious goes crazy. Wait. We don't know how this is going to unfold. We don't know what's going to happen to our life here. Let's back up a bit to what we know, what we're familiar with. So it puts on the brakes. And that's why sometimes the closer you get to life, when you feel that life is serving you and you're feeling happier, the louder fear becomes. Self-sabotage is almost always tied to limiting belief. You might believe I'm not good enough. Good things don't last, so good things don't happen to me. If I shine too bright, people will leave me, people won't like me. I always mess things up anyway, even if I try. And here's what happened. Your belief acts like filters. You don't see life as it is. You see it through the lenses of what you believe about yourself. So when something wonderful comes your way, like love, a new job, or an opportunity, abundance, your mind will scramble to make reality match your old belief system. And if you believe you're not worthy, it's going to find ways to prove you're not worthy. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll create a situation to reinforce that you're not good enough. If you feel you can't find love, your unconscious mind will find partners who can't give love, who are not available for love, and who don't see you and see your value. Or if you're going for a project, you would decide to delay it, procrastinate. No, I won't do it today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow when I've done that extra studying. So just to stay within your limits of your comfort zone. That's self-sabotage in disguise. Now, self-sabotage can wear many masks. Procrastination, I'll do it later, but later never come. Perfectionism, I can't start until it's perfect. Overthinking, analyzing everything until you talk yourself out of it. People pleasing, saying yes to everyone, every situation, every task that's being thrown at you so that you never have to focus on your own growth, or in some case, be disliked. Avoidance, keeping busy to avoid seeing what's happening emotionally when you're in a relationship you should no longer be in. When you need to leave that job, you make yourself extra busy. So how many of these sound familiar to you? Can you relate to one or all of them? You see, these are just random habits and your patterns built to protect you from discomfort, rejection, or fear failure. But here's the twist. The very thing you think are protecting you are actually blocking you from your life, what you're meant to live and have. Most of our self-sabotage pattern start in childhood. Maybe you grew up with a home where love was conditional, where you had to perform to please or achieve that high level of goals at school to feel seen. Maybe you were told not to dream too big because people like us don't get that. We don't get that extraordinary life, so don't even try. Maybe you watch a parent sacrifice themselves for everyone else and thought that was the way love looked to you. So you've learned early on in your life that safety comes from control, not from trust. You've learned that standing out can be dangerous and that joy can never last. And now, as an adult, those lessons play out silently in the background of your life, but they are playing. And you're not consciously choosing to sabotage yourself. You're just replaying the old record, the old story that you've been told for so many years. And I know that story well because I've lived it. I've also had many records playing silently in the background, reinforcing my life. I remember a time when I was building my YouTube channel and it took me almost 2 years 2 years to actually start and even longer to stay committed. Every time I said today is the day, somehow that day turned into, okay, next week I'm too busy. Before I knew it, 2 years had passed and I kept sabotaging my own dream. Why? Because of fear, because of the old story I carried deep inside me. See, growing up, I was told no one wanted to listen to your voice. Who do you think you are? You'll never be anybody. And even though I'd done years of inner work, those messages had left a footprint, a scar on my subconscious mind. So each time I got closer to hitting that upload button, something quickly came in my mind to remind me, to reinforce me of all the things that I was told growing up. And I would then think of something to not press that button. All that was really happening was fear. Fear of judgment, fear of visibility, fear of stepping into a bigger version of myself, one I haven't yet seen or learned or felt safe with yet. And the moment I understood that, everything shifted because you know what? Awareness is where healing begins. You see, it was never about you failing. No, what I learned through that experience is this. Self-sabotage isn't about wanting your dream. It's about being afraid of growing out of your old self and growing into your new self. The version of me who believed she had to stay quiet didn't know how to handle being visible. She thought being visible meant danger, rejection, criticism, or shame. Once I realized I wasn't that little girl anymore, I could finally speak to her gently, and I told her, it's okay. It is okay to be seen. It's safe for us to voice our voice. You don't have to hide to be loved. And that's when I finally pressed that upload button. Not because I stopped being afraid. No, I was still afraid. I was shaking. I was nervous. Them feelings were still there. I had to build past them. But because I stopped letting fear drive the car, I took back the steering wheel. I was in control of where my life was going. So if you have been holding back from launching your business, writing your book, leaving that job, open up your heart to new love, know this, you're not lazy, you're not inconsistent or broken. You are just scared, scared of stepping into the unknown. But fear is not your enemy. Fear is the doorway. It's your invitation to expand. It's your invitation to be seen beyond where you are right now in your current situation. But the trick is to stop waiting until you feel fearless, because that may never happen, and start moving with fear one step at a time towards your goal. And each time you step closer towards your goals, your fear is further behind you. So, how do you rewrite your story? Let's talk about it now. You see, you can't change what you're not aware of. I said this earlier on. We start noticing how you sabotage yourself. Ask yourself, when do I start pulling back from success or love? What emotions do I feel when things start going well for me? What stories am I telling myself in that moment? Once you can name it, you can change it. Because the moment you shine the light on your patterns, they lose their power. They start to dim and they start to shrink. So today's your day. You start asking them questions and shining the light on your old patterns. The next step is creating safety in your own version of you. You can't bully yourself into change. You have to nurture yourself quietly and slowly into the change. When you notice that self-sabotage voice is talking to you in your ear, the one that says, "Who do you think you are?" Pause and breathe. Take a moment and say to yourself with love, "I'm safe even when things aren't going well." Because you are. Your job isn't to ease fear. No. Your job is to remind yourself fear is not in charge of you. You are not that little girl anymore trying to earn love from someone. You are a grown woman creating your own life, your own destiny, your own dreams. Now, here's how you start shifting out of self-sabotage. 1. Create a progress sheet, write it down. Every time you take a step forward, acknowledge it. Your brain needs to associate growth with safety, not danger. 2. Keep promises to yourself. Each time you follow up with something, even if it's small, you are building self-trust within yourself. That is an antidote to self-sabotage. 3. Reconnect with your why. This is so big. When fear kicks in, return to your vision of why you're doing it. Why does it matter to you so much for you to continue? Who are you becoming? What do you want to do? Where is your desire? All this will help eliminate self-sabotage. 4, surround yourself with expanders. Be around people who make success feel normal. Your nervous system learns from exposing yourself. If your circle celebrates growth, you'll start to believe you can too. And 5, use compassion, not criticism with yourself. You don't heal self-sabotage through shame. You heal it by saying, "I see you. I see you. I see you trying. I understand why you're scared, but you are doing this anyway because I have faith in you. I have faith in myself. I believe in myself." So be kind. Be kind to yourself on this journey. Self-sabotage fades when you become your own safe base, when you trust that you can handle discomfort, when you believe you deserve good things even before you earn them, when you stop waiting for the other shoe to drop, you start dancing in your own shoes instead. That's when everything changes. So today, if you find yourself pulling back, and sometimes you may do, and ladies, it is okay. But start somewhere. Pause, reflect, and ask, what part of me is scared right now? Then whisper to her, "It's okay. You are safe. We have this." So, my beautiful ladies, welcome to your new chapter in your life. One where you no longer shrink from your greatness, but rise into it. I'm Estella. This is Redefine Her World, where we rise, we heal together. If this message touched your heart, then don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with another amazing woman, because somewhere out there, another woman needs to hear this reminder today and help them stop letting self-sabotage ruin their life. Thank you, ladies. Bye.